guys, what's up? Taku here, and today I'm here with a deck profile. This is going to be a Dungaree Unlimited deck profile, so let's start off with the deck profile, shall we?
Yep, so let's start with the first Vanguard. It is very key and a card that brings Dungaree deck back into life sort of the way. Even though I see people play Dungaree decks before, they don't even care about the 9k Dungaree, they work very well. But let's talk about this card. So what this card brings Dungaree is if you have a Narukami Vanguard, and as long as you ride or call a Dungaree unit, they will do a extra binding. So you put the top card of the deck to the bind zone, face up, because it didn't say face down, like the Oracle Think Tank card that says you have to do it face down, so you have to do it face up, so an extra bind card. So what it gives Dungaree is that because normal Dungaree, they get a text that if they don't have any binded cards by their own effects, they will lose 2k power. So with the new starting Vanguard, you will have a bind card, so even as a re-guard, you have a chance to bind a card and it remains 11k. So it's very important for the deck, but make sure it won't die that easily. If it's dead, then bad luck. So next, instead of telling you Dungarees, I first putting 2 Brick Rise in there. It's a little bit of a fun act because I don't want to try like 4 Dungarees and then 4 Dungarees unlimited, because the Dengry skill is saying you bind a card is not you may. So as long as you put a Dungaree onto the wheel, you have to bind a card, I think. So if you put all 8 Dungarees in there, you're gonna bind your deck like as heavy as Dark Irregulars Soul Charging. So I prefer to put 2 Brick Rise there, and Brick Rise, as long as you can Brick Rise with Limit Break, Dungaree can help you shoot a front row. Dungaree Unlimited can help you shoot a front row as well, which the Brick Rise will give you another chance to shoot the back row if they got one. So it's a good chance to wipe your opponent's board. That's why I put them in there. And next I run 3 Dungarees. Because it is a cost ride deck, so you do need Dungarees in your deck, and you don't want to have 2 less. And because they are good units, so the first skill, limit break 4 and counter blast 1, you send one of your binded cards to the bottom of your deck. So actually you can return, recycle and start stacking, but you never get there probably. Then you can shoot one opponent's rearguard. It didn't say front row or back row, so you can pick any targets you want, but if you are brick riding, then you can just shoot a front row and then select a back row, and then they will be both gone. Next skill, as I told you before, if you don't have a binded card with their own effects, so even if you have 3 Dungarees there, if only this one binded card, these 2 didn't, they are 9k, so that's why the Great Zero is important here. So let's talk about next is 3 Dungaree Unlimited. It's a cost ride, so you will get the 2k as long as you have Dungaree installed. And next skill is Limit Break 4 and Counter Blast 2. And when this unit as a Vanguard attacking, let's see, this attacks the Vanguard, you first bind a card from the top of the deck, and then you count how many binded cards in your bind zone. For each bind card, you get 2k power. So if you get, for example, when this one attacks, you have 2 already, and then you bind another one because of the skill, then you will have 3 and you will get 6k power. And also you will get to shoot your opponent front row while you are attacking, so it's a very good chance that you just declare attack and shoot one of the interceptors, so your opponent suddenly say, hey, I don't have any intercepts and I have to take this high attack. So yeah, basically that's the Dungaree. Next, talk about the grade 2. First I run 3 of the 10k vanillas. Just because Dengry may have a chance that you lose defensive power, become a 9k because you don't have the grade 0. So I prefer to put some high defense units in there, have you build some power tuning sort of thing. And next I will have 3 of the Dungaree 12k hitters. Only 3 because I only run 6 Dungarees. And you don't have any grade 2, grade 1, grade 0 Dungarees, so you won't be able to get the effects fully if you don't have a Dungaree Vanguard like in grade 2 or maybe grade 3 if you're still stuck in with your break ride, which I did, so I don't put too much in there. And next, damage flipper, because Dungaree you need to counterblast 2. Then limited you have to counterblast 2. Dungaree you have to counterblast 1. It will be a very counterblast heavy deck, so I prefer to put some damage on flipper there. So even you may deck yourself off very quickly, but you're still going to push your opponent a little bit, trying to flip back your damage and try to shoot something. And next I put 2 Julia in there. Julia's skill is, as long as this is called as a Vanguard or Regard, you can look at the top of your deck. If it is a grade 1 or grade 2 Narukami, you can call. If not, then just shuffle your deck. This one is basically trying to fight against those retiring strongly powered decks, because if you don't have a view, whatever Dungarees do, it doesn't help you a lot. So I try to get a chance that to try calling a grade 2 or grade 1. Even if you call a grade 2 behind her, it's okay, you can just switch, or you can just use her to intercept first and then do something else. Even it's a 7k, but the +1 if success will be very useful. So that's why I put her in there. I don't think most people like her, but after I finish playing Great Nature, I like my zebras, so that's why they are in there. So next about the great ones, I only put 3 of the 8k vanillas here. Same reason as the grade 2 ones. I don't want to put too much in because they are just doing not much in the deck, but only helping you to tune the power. So I think 3 is enough. It's not sort of a keep hitting high power decks. Your Regard may not have very high power unless you have the grade 2 12k hitters. So as long as it can help your Julia become a 15k, I think it's enough. And I only put 2 Julias in, so you don't have to need too much 8k vanillas. And next I run 3 of the hand switch. As long as your opponents have 2 or less Regard and you have a Narukami Vanguard, you can draw 1 and draw 1. So because Dungaree decks, you really want to get Dungarees on time instead of like great stacking. And because I don't use the Great Fish Searcher because of the importance of them in here, so I will need some sort of way to try to increase my chance to get a Great Free, so they are in there. And next I run 2 Rising Phoenix. This one is the promo card version, but from set 12 you do get a rare version, so it's easy to get them. What the skill is as long as you Soul Blast 2 when they come to the field, you can draw 1. So even they are 5k, but the draw 1 is more important in the deck. As I said before, you want to increase your chance to get a Dungaree, so you can even just call them out, draw 1, and if your opponent have 2 or less Regard and you want to do a card switch, then you use this guy to do the card switch. And next I put 2 of these guys in. So the skill is as long as they are boosting a Narukami Vanguard, and if your opponent is on 3 damage or more, then they will get 4k power for the Vanguard. So they will become a 10k boosters if your opponent is on 3 damage or more if it is boosting a Vanguard. I normally don't like them in most of my Narukami decks because most of our Narukami decks can just reach high power by themselves. But for Dengry, I think with Dungaree's Unlimited, you keep getting power up, so it's not a bad idea to just have 2 in there. So in case if you want some more higher power, or even if you use up all your counterblasts, you can't do anything, then it can still help you hit 21 or 23 if you needed to. So it's just like a backup plan. And next I run 4 Perfect Guards. 4, not 3, because I want to try stay longer in the game. And because you have so many cast switch power, so even if you think you have too many Perfect Guards, you can even drop 1 to try to draw another one, or even draw a 10k guard that as long as you can survive, instead of having 2 Perfect Guards, you just drop them away and then it's still a waste. Maybe you just need a 10k and after you switch you may get it. So that's why they are here. And next, let's talk about the triggers. So I run 4 draw triggers and also 6 critical triggers and 4 of the heal triggers. The reason I play 6 draw and 6 critical instead of like 8 critical and 4 draws, because normally when I play Narukami, I always find myself can't get a chance to get access to any great ones. So grade 2s are just there, they can't normally hit the Vanguard easily unless they are trap K hitters, or unless your opponent is a 10k Vanguard, then I still get a chance. So that's why I try to put more draw triggers in there, trying to see my luck if I can get more chances to draw a great one. And if you can see my triggers, they are like these are all eradicators. The reason I'm putting them like this way is because of the tag team format. Sometimes in my country, Australia, people like to play tag teams, so it's better to put like eradicated triggers. So if your teammates say, well, I'm using a eradicated deck, then well, you have the counterblast to use for special counterblast. Yeah, so basically that's the deck.
Alright then, we're going to see this deck in action very soon, so stay tuned guys. This is Cardfight, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!